Hello and welcome everybody, it's the Captain with a new video. So today I want to show you the difference between all the glyphs that you can get in the game. And for every beginner it's very hard to understand which glyphs do you keep and which glyphs do you sell, and also which glyphs do you upgrade to the maximum probably. So that's what I wanted to show you today. So this is the first beginner guide I'm going to do in English, so I hope I can help out a lot of people out there, so I hope it's helpful at the end of the day. So what I wanted to show you, you have the different grades of glyphs, or let's say quality of glyphs, and the hard thing to understand about this is what is the difference, because you see you have like blue glyphs, you have the green ones, you have the yellow ones and the purple ones. So the purple ones are the best, but it's not the only difference, it's also a difference between a same quality of glyphs. So if you just go ahead and let's say take a look at these green glyphs, then you will see that they are different. And the first thing you want to notice about this is you have a different amount of stats on these glyphs. You always have a main stat, and then you possibly get a substat or even more substats, or sometimes the substats can roll in the same substat. So it's not like that you can say if a glyph has not like all substats, then it's bad. So because it could also be on this glyph like that it is 2 times rolled in HP, so it would also only have one substat, but the substat would be way higher. So, and the biggest difference about these glyphs is the first thing you will notice is you can go ahead and just click on sell the glyph, and then you will see the price, and on the price you can say whether if it's higher substats or not. So if you see now one glyph with 2 stats, so the main stat and the substat, and then you go ahead on other glyph which has only the main stat, then you want to sell this and you see it's way cheaper. So you're not getting that much out of it. And if you want to sell this, it's the same price like the other one. And I don't know if we have some glyphs here with more stats, so I have to look up on the purple ones. You don't get purple ones at the start, but I only want to show you because I don't have so many of the lower glyphs. I just kept them to show you in the video what it's all about. And if we go ahead and take a look at these purple ones, then you will see if you want to sell this, it's 25k, and this one has 1 substat more, and if I'm going to sell this, it's also 25. So the difference here is we have 3 substats here and we have only 2 substats here, but the defense percentage substat is rolled twice. So we got it once and then it's rolled again on the defense substat. So normally it also could have rolled in, let's say, HP or something, then you would have another substat, but in this case it's rolled on the same substat that we already have on this glyph, and therefore it's worth the same amount like the other glyph with more substats. So you always want to look out for this, so that you can see if it's rolled like twice or 3 times in the same substat. Then this makes the big difference at the end of the day. So this is the first part about the glyphs I wanted to show you, so you can let's say rather keep in mind what glyphs you want to sell and what glyphs you want to keep, and also which ones you want to upgrade. It makes actually no difference if you have like sets, you have all these sets and you have the set bonuses, but I would say, or I would like prefer not to look on the stats you get out of sets, because there most of the time you have like a lot of different glyphs from a lot of different sets, and to make the best out of it, it's most likely to build a creature with an offset. So if we go ahead and take a look at my monsters, you will always see that we most of the time have, like on certain monsters, we always have built offsets. So like in this case here, you see the Kirin and it's an offset, but I get way better stats out of the offset than with a set, because then I don't have like this one glyph that I need with like crit or crit damage or whatever. So it's way easier to build your monster with an offset, and therefore is the optimizer that I introduced you to in the last video. You can also take a look at this. It's a really nice tool to set all these stats, because at the end of the day, the only thing that's really important about MMEG and your monsters is that you have a certain amount of stats on your monsters. So you don't want to look for the glyph sets, you only want to look for the amount of stats that are on your monster. So the most important thing at the start is actually HP and defense, so your monsters don't die that quickly, and later on, yeah, you will achieve to have way better glyphs, and then you can like go ahead and build some attack monsters and stuff. But it's pretty hard to play with attack monsters, they really have to have real good glyphs. So at the start, it's also a good thing to search for a guild that is very active and doing a lot of quests, because in the quests, if we look here, you see on the finished quests, then you always get these achievements from the quests, and then you can take these and you get a lot of energy and arena energy and stuff. And if you have participated in one of these quests, so if we say here in glyph trading and you have sold a glyph or stuff, then there you have the reward, and then you get these rewards here. This is the guild rewards that you get. And if you go to the guild shop, then you see in the guild shop you have the epic glyphs and the legendary glyphs. So what you want to do is you can buy them once per day. So all you want to do is to buy this glyph package as often as possible. Actually, if you are a very new player and you're at the beginning of the game, you can also buy the epic glyphs. But later on, if you're doing, let's say, a good amount of these points, I would rather save for the legendary glyphs. And so I wanted to show you that you can see what you get out of this. So actually, it's most of the time the glyphs are not that bad. I mean, this is like a glyph I would sell instantly, because I don't need them anymore, because I have a way higher glyph standard, let's say. So, but the reason to do this is for a new player to get very, very good glyphs at the start, so you can get better very quickly. And so I will take this glyph now, because it's not that bad, but it's not really good for me. So this is the one thing you want to go for. If you are achieving more points than you can spend on these glyphs every day, then you can go ahead and buy these bright fragments, and there you can get net 4 out of these stones. But you have to have 100 of these stones, so you need to buy this stone like 20 times, and you can only buy it like every second day. I guess every second day it's buyable. So yeah, that's what you are looking for actually at the start. And if you keep that in mind, that you can always like sell all the glyphs with only the main set. It's not worth it to upgrade, because you will later have a big difficulty to get crystals out of the dungeons and stuff. So you don't want to waste crystals on upgrading, let's say, glyphs. They are not worth it, because they won't give you any any good stats or anything. You only get, I can show you real quickly, you will only get like low stats on the subs as well. So if we go ahead here, life steal, and we will upgrade, let's say, I mean, actually it doesn't matter, but let's go ahead and grade this up with accuracy. And if we upgrade this one, you will see the substats are rolling super low, really super low. You see HP only 1% and so on. So you don't want to waste your crystals on doing this, because later on you will need the crystals. You see defense, it's only 2%. And if you go ahead and look at the other glyph, we already would have like higher stats on other ones. You see accuracy is on 2% and the glyph is not even rolled once. So if we roll now another substat, it's okay, because we already have one substat that is not that bad. So actually this is the thing you want to go for, and the others you want to sell instantly, because if you keep them, there's always like in your mind, if you're missing some stats and stuff, okay, let's upgrade this one, let's upgrade this one, and then you get low on crystals, and that's a big thing actually. And yeah, later on, as you saw from the purple glyphs, they are always way better, because they have way higher substats, like from the scratch. So you see it here on defense, it's 5% instant, HP is 3%, crit is 4% and stuff. And you will see this on every glyph that it's around 3, 4 and even to 5%. So it's way better to wait on these glyphs, or like to buy them from the guild shop every day, so then you can get better real quickly. And for all of you newer players that don't know it, I would also go ahead and farm like these normal stages here and try to get some good, I mean, it doesn't matter which one you farm, it's probably the most worth, I would say, is the floating island, because in floating island you get this vitality glyphs, and at the start they are worth the most, because you most likely want to look for HP and defense, as I said before, and that's, yeah, the case here to get all of these glyphs. So you can spend some instant tickets here if you have achieved the nightmare. So it doesn't matter if you like go for this one or this one. I mean, in the last stage you have a higher probability of getting some epic glyphs out of here, but I would rather spend some tickets here than wasting my energy on trying like to get further in the map. Let's say if you're stuck somewhere here in Sunken City or wherever, then you don't want to try to get further if you don't if you can't fight this stage. So if you cannot finish this stage, let's say, then don't try it like over and over and over again. Better go back to floating islands, farm some glyphs, wait till you have a decent amount of epic glyphs, and then put them on your monsters, and then you will see you will achieve the next stages in the Shattered Islands way easier. And if this is also not an option for you, or you have already a decent amount of epic glyphs, then you want to go ahead and go to the glyph dungeon, and you can always try to get a stage higher in the glyph dungeon. You see on stage 3 you already get the epics, and if you go ahead on 6, I guess, you can already achieve the purple glyphs, so the legendary ones, and this is your main goal, to achieve this stage 6. So doesn't matter if it's beneficial, ref or strength, but you wanna go for this stage 6. If you have done this, then it's important that you take your time and farm glyphs. You will get a lot of shitty glyphs, yeah. I promise you get a lot of shitty glyphs, but you will also get like a certain amount of decent glyphs, and then you can upgrade your monsters, and then you will see it's very easy to go forward in the game. And also, what is a big thing about all your creatures is that you have to skill them up. Skill up is let's say, it's very hard to describe. It's skill ups are very important, because all your creatures need skill ups, and if we just go ahead and look at the 2-star in this case, then you see on the skill ups you have actually a lot of skill ups. Most of the time you see here on the third skill only you have the effect probability, damage effect probability and stuff, and this is very important that you upgrade, because your monsters will do a lot more damage and your effects will have way less cooldown. So if we like go ahead and watch this one, you see healing is way better, effect probabilities and stuff, but it's more important on the 3-star monsters, so I will better show you on the 3 stars actually. If we just go ahead and take a 3-star like, let's say, Holy Sister, which is a very great monster at the start, by the way, then you wanted to look for, let's say, this skill here. You have the cooldown reduced by 3 turns, and this is very, very high. Then you have the heal increased, like 15% heal increased, and then 2 turns cooldown. So this is very, very important. So this is the thing you want to look for. You want to look for the glyphs, and then the next thing is you wanted to look for the skill ups on your monsters, that you have yeah, the cooldowns set down, and you have the stronger skills, let's say. So if you're going for the heal and stuff, that your monsters can heal more, that the skill is ready way earlier and you don't have to wait so long for it. And then you will see it's pretty easy to go further in the map on the floating islands, and or on the shattered islands, sorry, and then you will see you will also achieve higher stages in the glyph dungeon at the end. So yeah, that's it from me for the moment. The part 2 of the beginner guide will come soon, or probably tomorrow, I will say. And yeah, I hope it helped you a little bit, and yeah, I hope you liked the video. Leave a like, leave a comment as always. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, have a good one and have fun playing Might and Magic, guys. Bye bye.